The workflow I'm sharing today can be referenced for video camera movement. The generated camera movements are exactly the same as the original video. This is more precise than using lunar camera movement. For example, I want the camera movement effect of this video. Then I'll just download this video. Use it as a reference for this workflow. Finally, camera movements can be replicated with a single click using image-generated video. You can take a look at the specific generated effect. The camera movement effect is exactly the same. It only references the camera movement. This was generated via IC-LoRa. I will explain its usage in detail later. First of all, I'm currently using the IntBrain Cloud Online Mirror. If you don't want to deploy locally and want to use it immediately, just open my online mirror and update to the latest version. I put this workflow in LTX 2.3. After clicking, you'll find a complete set of workflows. The image I'm using now is different from the image you opened. The workflows inside are all the same. I place this workflow in the second row, fourth item. The next episode will introduce the node for generating videos from multiple images. The characteristic of this workflow is that it can generate multi-image video generation effect with different switching angles. Moreover, it is so seamless that you can hardly see any seams. Most importantly, it is relatively easy to adjust the angle and position of the image. We'll discuss this workflow in more detail. Today we'll mainly introduce this video reference camera movement. The advantage of using a mirror is that you can see use it because the mirror this image contains a large number of workflows. Today I will only introduce one of them. This mirror contains many other workflows. For example, Meituan's model, which is currently the most powerful voice clone. There are also three main categories of workflows: video, images, and audio. The video category contains workflows for generating over 10,000 videos. The image class contains hundreds of practical workflows. Currently, external workflows are generally sufficient. There are also 10,000 voice editing workflows in the voice category. Currently, external tools can be used if you want a better sound cloning effect. We can use the Make One model I just mentioned. It performs exceptionally well in sound cloning. Using an online mirror eliminates the need for manual deployment. Click to open and use immediately. Watch my video tutorials to use directly. If you'd like to deploy it locally, you can click on my notes. Clicking on the ComfyUI tutorial in the navigation will take you there. Similarly, this is also divided into three main categories: video, images, and audio. Each workflow here corresponds to a node. I've placed this workflow within the video category. The node's name is exactly the same as the workflow's name. The nodes contain download, setup, and installation instructions. The installation tutorial includes downloads and screenshots of all models. This also includes download links and placement information. All models and nodes in this workflow are included. In addition to this, there are screenshots of all the workflows included. It also includes some simple diagrams and operation illustrations. You can follow the steps in order if you see color-coded labels. There are also various parameter labels. You can see what function it has just by looking at it. Below are the video tutorials for each workflow. At the bottom is the workflow download for local deployment. Returning to our workflow, the first step is to perform the following steps. The area is marked in red and purple. The purple area is for setting the size, duration, and number of seconds. Pay attention to the size and try to use landscape videos. It's best to use a landscape view for reference because you can convert it to portrait mode. But I've included various camera movement effects here. Portrait mode isn't really suitable for features like 360-degree rotation. You can check out the demonstrations of various special effects. Including this flexible 3D surround lens. And then there's the zoom lens that keeps extending from there. Therefore, it's best to use a landscape video as a reference. These camera movement effects are sufficient to meet basic needs. You can directly select your favorite camera movement from within. There are all sorts of follow-up shots and close-ups of people, etc. If you want to skip some unnecessary shots, you can set how many frames you want to skip in the description. This setting is very important because sometimes the video is very long, but yours is only 5 seconds long. Then you don't need to extract all the frames. We can extract 1 frame every 5 frames, giving a fast-forward feel. This allows all frames to be extracted completely. This involves adjusting the duration of the camera movement to match the description. The main settings are these two. Nothing else needs to be changed. The key feature of this workflow is the acid laureate uses. By controlling that, it can be generated. The camera movement is exactly the same as the original video. This is more precise and more effective than using prompts. That's all for this episode. Go have fun.